represented by a different tune. When you hear it played by the orchestra, each tune is played by a different instrument, so each character has its own sound. Here are the characters and their tunes, and the instruments you would hear in the version for orchestra. Peter's theme is played by the stringed instruments, violins, violas, cellos, and double basses. The bird's theme is played by the flute. The duck's theme is played by the oboe. The cat's theme is played by the clarinet. Grandfather's theme is played by the bassoon. And the wolf theme is played by three horns. Here's a boy named Peter. Opening the garden gate, out he goes into the meadow. He doesn't stop, he doesn't wait. It's still early in the morning, lots to do and lots to see. Peter's friend the bird is singing in the branches of a tree.
Then a duck comes through the gate, looking forward to the swim. She waddles over to the pond, one small hop, and splash, she's in.
Sit down.
The bird flies down and shrugs his shoulders. You're a bird, but you don't fly? The duck sits calmly in the water. You can't swim. I wonder why. Soon they're squabbling. There's the bird hopping up and down the shore. The duck is paddling in the water. That's what her webbed feet are for. Such an awful fuss. Have you ever heard a noise like that? But Peter spotted something crawling slowly through the grass. A cat.
Meow. Meow.
The cat thinks there's a chance to grab the quarreling bird, and so she crawls towards him on her velvet paws. But Peter sees. "Look out," he calls. All at once the bird flies off, back to safety in the tree, and from the middle of the pond the duck starts quacking angrily. The cat slinks round and round. She's thinking, is it really worth the climb? The bird will only fly away. It's a total waste of time. Now who's this? It's Peter's grandpa. He's not looking very pleased. "You shouldn't go into the meadow," and he points towards the trees. "You mustn't play out here, you know. It's too dangerous," he shouts. "Wolves live in the forest. You'd be really scared if one came out."
But Peter's not afraid of wolves. He ignores his grandpa's words. He likes playing in the meadow with his friends cat, duck, and bird. So Grandpa takes him by the hand, leads him home, and locks the gate. But Peter wants some more excitement. He doesn't have too long to wait. As soon as they have left the meadow, Grandpa rattling his keys, there's a rustle from the forest. A big gray wolf comes through the trees. Cat climbs quickly up the branches. Duck jumps quacking to the shore. The wolf runs up, the duck runs off, but can't escape his speeding paws. He catches her, and with a gulp, he swallows her between his jaws. So this is how things stand. The cat sits on one branch and not too near. The bird sits on another while the wolf licks his lips from ear to ear. Peter watches from inside. He doesn't feel the slightest fear. And suddenly he wants back home because he's had a good idea. He brings the rope and climbs the wall, the wolf still prowling hungrily. He grabs hold of a branch and swings himself up high into the tree.
And then he whispers to his friend, the bird, "Fly down and circle low around his head. Go on, be quick. Make sure he doesn't catch you, though." And so the brave bird flutters down and flaps around the animal's head. But every time he snaps his jaws, the wolf just tastes thin air instead. The bird is clever, and the wolf is getting more and more confused. And meanwhile, Peter, in the tree, has made himself a fine lasso. He lets it down, and it slips around the animal's tail. He pulls it tight. The wolf, realizing he's caught, jumps about and tries to fight. But Peter ties the other end of his lasso onto the tree. No matter how the wolf protests, he's trapped. He simply can't get free. Here's some huntsmen, guns held high, through the forest edge they burst. They've been following the wolf, but someone else has caught him first. Peter's still up in the tree. "Hey, don't shoot. You don't need to. We've already caught the wolf. Now help us take him to the zoo."
Imagine the procession. Look, Peter first. The huntsman next. Leading the wolf. And then the cat. And Grandpa looking very vexed. The bird is flying high above, chirping merrily to the rest. "See what we did, aren't we clever? We caught a wolf, we're the best."
And if you listen carefully, you will hear the little duck. The wolf has swallowed her alive. Isn't that a piece of luck?